Hey, Geeks and Gamers and Gigs movie blog, Michael here once again. And last week I did a video on Purple Rain versus Graffiti Bridge, and I was inspired by a friend of mine to try and find this certain movie that Prince did called Under the Cherry Moon. I couldn't find it at any of my record stores, and it's kind of hard. I mean, I could pay the $2.99 on YouTube and watch it, but the thing is, I saw like several clips and trailers, and the movie's in black and white, and you know, I may have prejudged the movie. I wasn't trying to judge it, but for me, I saw like several clips from the movie. I saw the beginning. I saw several things about it, and to me, and then of course there's also an end sequence where Prince is wearing like a little cowboy, weird hat, while singing the song Mountains. After seeing the trailer and several bits, I couldn't get into the movie because it's entirely in black and white. You know, he's going for that nostalgic noir film look, like Maltese Falcon or Casablanca or any old school film, and I couldn't get into that. I mean, Sin City was, you know, one thing because Robert Rodriguez did it. It was action packed and it had colors, you know, and the way they filmed it, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's my ADD, but for me, I just couldn't get into the movie. I didn't see the synopsis, and it sounded pretty, you know, cut and, you know, similar certain things. I mean, it's about two brothers from Miami. One is kind of a gigolo, and the other one is sort of like his manager. And there's Christopher Tracy, played by Prince, who's a piano artist who is kind of a gigolo, you know, sleeping with women to get money. And then his brother Tricky is Jerome Benton, Jerome from Morris Day and the Time, you know, like in Purple Rain and Graffiti Bridge. You know, you had Morris and you had Jerome. So Jerome's in this, not Morris. And then Kristen Scott Thomas, who was in The Horse Whisperer and The English Patient. This is her first big movie, and she's in it playing this gal who is going to be worth $50 million. She's part of the story is about Christopher and Tricky find out this heiress, or this gal who's going to inherit $50 million in Italy, because they're even though they're from Miami, they're staying off the Meridian Sea. So I think they're in Italy. Even though that somebody on YouTube told me that he was a rich gigolo in Paris, and I was like, it doesn't look like that to me. I can see the ocean. So the thing is, she's going to inherit money, and so when Christopher is asked by Tricky to try and seduce the woman, even though he get the money, things go different. Christopher actually falls in love with the girl, and Tricky is almost going to spoil it, and then they run into some bad people. Steven Berkoff, who is the villain in Rambo First Blood Part 2, the colonel of the Russians who was out to kill Rambo. He's also popped up in other movies like Beverly Hills Cop 1. He recently was in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, playing Christopher Plummer's assistant, who hires Daniel Craig to find out what happened to the missing woman, and then Daniel Craig has to go on his own and find Lisbeth Salander. But the thing is, Christopher Berkoff's character found Lisbeth Salander first, and then he recommended that they work together to solve this crime. So he's in it playing the big baddie, and if you've seen his face, you know he's been playing baddie for years. Except for Dragon Tattoo, he's playing, you know, a nice guy for once. So I haven't seen the entire movie yet. Again, I just can't sit through a 2-hour long movie. I've seen bits and pieces of it. The opening credits, Prince is playing a song and just enjoying himself. To me, if you can watch it, Under the Cherry Moon, that's fine. I'm not going to knock anybody who did it. I mean, I'll give Prince credit for doing a movie that's in black and white, you know, his visual style and everything. The trailer kind of won me over because they play that old school song, I just want your extra touch and your Billy kiss. So, you know, classic Prince song. So, I don't know if it was in the movie or not, but I know the song Mountains was, and several other Prince songs were, but it's just kind of weird. You see, you know, you go from Purple Rain to Under the Cherry Moon and the Graffiti Bridge. So, my final thing is, if you can, just enjoy it, watch it, do what you got to do. I couldn't do that, unfortunately, just the black and white in my vision. So, all in all, just give it a shot. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to judge the film. You know me, Purple Rain's still Purple Rain. And then you got, you know, Graffiti Bridge right here, and then in the middle is Under the Cherry Moon. So, you know, I will say this, you know, he got lucky by getting Kristen Scott Thompson. That girl can act. Anyways, this is Gig. Once again, thank you. Bye.